If you've ever skipped out on a practice session because you didn't want to disturb your neighbors, trust me, you're not alone because someone left this comment inside of my online community for singers. She said, "It's difficult to get in a really good practice session because I live in an apartment and don't want to disturb my neighbors." As a vocal coach, I've met with many students who have the same concern, and it really saddens me because I know that in order to see the progress that they want to see, that they need to practice, but I also know that they lack the confidence to practice and make that sound, and that's why they're scared of being heard. But in order to get that confidence, they need to practice. So that's why in this video, I'm going to be telling you ways that you can strengthen your relationship with your voice and improve your confidence. And I want you to stay tuned to the end because I also have a practical exercise that you can do in the case that you're in an area where you can't make a lot of noise, but you still want to get in an effective vocal workout session. If that's something that interests you, then let's get into it. But before we do, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this, and let's go. Okay, first of all, I just want to give you permission, okay? You pay rent there too, so you have every right to take up space and make sound in an apartment that you're paying for. And even if you're not paying for it, somebody else is for you to be there, for you to be there so you can make sound, okay? As long as you're singing outside of the quiet hours, I really think that you should feel okay with making noise. Now, most of the time when I talk to students, they're afraid of making sound because they're afraid of messing up. They're afraid of what other people might think. And you have to understand that when you're practicing or when you're trying to become better at singing, you're going to crack, you're going to have vocal imperfections, and that's completely okay. So I think it's really important to just acknowledge that in order to get better, you're going to have to fall a couple of times before you learn how to ride the bike, right? You had to fall a whole lot of times before you learned how to walk, but you were super resilient. So I just want you to accept and understand that there are going to be vocal imperfections, and that's completely okay. So that's my first tip. Accept that your voice has flaws and know that it's okay if you hear vocal imperfections. Nobody's voice is perfect. Now, when it comes to developing a stronger relationship with your voice and building confidence, you have to think about your mindset because your mindset impacts how you show up in the world every single day. So I'm not trying to get too deep with you guys, but if you've ever heard about negative self-talk or your self-concept, these have to do with the things that you think about yourself, the things that you say to yourself about yourself, and they can really negatively impact you. And so we're going to reverse it by doing something called affirmations. Now, I know that some people think that affirmations are corny, but when you think about the most successful athletes, the most competitive athletes in the world, they do this. They tell themselves that they are the greatest. They tell themselves that they are champions and that they have, I don't know, however many Olympic gold medals or whatever, okay? They say they are the best on the court. They say that they're the number one scorer. They tell themselves these things. And so that helps them. It elevates their performance. It elevates the way that they think about themselves and also how they show up on the court, how they show up on the field. And this is going to elevate and affect how you show up right here in your practice session, okay? So if you have a journal, you can write affirmations in your daily journal. If you don't have one, you can get one that's specifically dedicated to your voice. There is one called the My Voice Today Journal by Singing Straw. And I have to say shout out to them again because they sent me one of these a couple months ago that I gave away to a lucky subscriber. And now I have one for myself. And I just, honestly, you guys, I really love it. I've been doing this before my practice sessions and it really puts me in a great positive state of mind as I'm getting ready to sing. So let me just tell you some of the things that it has. So it says, "One thing I love about my voice today is," so for example, one day I loved the way that I sang, like that I sounded when I was singing opera. So I put that. And then it has 3 lines in here where you can put 3 different vocal affirmations. So some of the affirmations that I've personally said are, "My voice is a gift from God. My voice touches people when I sing. I was put on this earth to share my gift." So those are 3 things that I tell myself that make me feel good about taking up space and sharing my gift. You know what I mean? So it also has a place to put today, my feels. You can put whatever that is. Sometimes my voice feels amazing. Sometimes it feels strong, mucusy. You know, you can just kind of keep track of how your voice is feeling. And then it has these areas where you can put the different focuses on your voice. So my focus with my voice today is, and you can put whatever it is that you want. And then it has some more structured focuses. So doing straw work or doing a workout / song work, hydration, which is really important, and then or a cool down. So honestly, I feel like this is a great tool if you're wanting to work on having a stronger relationship with your voice and building confidence, having a stronger mindset. This is the mindset piece of it. This is a great tool. Now, I did tell you that I'd give you a practical exercise that you can use if you are in a situation where you can't make sound. And we're going to get to that right now. But before we do, I just want to encourage you that if you're finding any value from this video, please go ahead and click that thumbs up button. It really helps my channel a lot. And think about subscribing too if you haven't already. All right, guys. Now, I told you that I would let you know a practical exercise that you can use if you find yourself in an environment where you don't want to make a lot of noise, but you still want to get an effective vocal workout in. And it is no coincidence that the tool that I'm talking about is one by Singing Straw. I just love the fact that they want you to have a strong relationship with your voice, and they're also making a way for you to take up space, make sound, get comfortable, also in a way where, you know, you're not necessarily making a whole lot of noise. But the goal, honestly, for me is I want you to start here, but I want you to sing loud and proud, okay? But we'll start here. We'll start with this. So this is the silicone singing straw, and it has 2 other straws that are the same size and diameter inside of this little tube. Now, if you don't necessarily have a straw, that's okay. You can also do like puffy cheeks like this, but you want to just think about creating resistance in your mouth, creating that back pressure so that you can get the benefits that the straw does. This is a tool that's specifically designed for singers, so I do highly recommend getting a singing straw if you can, but if you can't, go ahead and try the puffy cheeks thing. Now, there are a lot of benefits that we're going to get in this workout session, even though we're not going to be making a whole lot of noise. So some of those benefits are we're going to be getting thicker vocal cords, which is going to help with strengthening your chest voice, which is the foundation for a powerful voice throughout your range, okay? Speaking of going throughout your range, this is a great tool to use when you're thinking about trying to extend your range in a safe way. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some slides. So we'll just go. Here we go. When you do this, I want you to focus on feeling the vibration in your cheeks. You can do those slides through the straw. You can do sirens through the straw. So for example, you can go. You can practice runs through the straw, and you can also sing a song through the straw. And the idea is that you take the straw away and you go ahead and sing, and you have that same muscle memory that you had when you were singing through the straw as when you sing on your song. Singing Straw was kind enough to offer me a discount code that I can extend to you, which is 10% off of your purchase. So if you want to get the My Voice Today journal, or if you want to get a Singing Straw, use the code SINGWITHSHARI10 for 10% off of your order in the links below, and you'll get 10% off. Now, the last thing that I think that you need is a supportive environment and community where you can sing, share your gift, and be encouraged and inspired. And that's why I want to let you know about my community, the Empowered Vocalist community. The Empowered Vocalist is a free online community for singers who are serious about growing as vocalists. We're doing monthly singing challenges to help you strengthen your voice, and there are singing tips and my free vocal warm-up guide. So if you click the link in my bio, you'll be able to find out more information about that and get access to my free vocal warm-up guide. Stay tuned for my singing tip of the week next week, because I have one more tool that I think is going to be really useful for you if you're afraid of making noise while you're singing. In the meantime, check out the Empowered Vocalist community. Let me know in the comments, what is one affirmation that you're going to tell yourself today about your beautiful singing voice. I will see you guys on the next one, but until then, keep dreaming with your eyes wide open. Bye.
I'm going in circles, you spin me around, you got me going in circles.